When you decide to become an entrepreneur and run your own startup or small business, it can be overwhelming to deal with all of the legal paperwork and formalities that come along with getting up and running. So, many entrepreneurs become overwhelmed and just push this to the side. It's important to cross your T's and dot your I's, however, or you'll be setting yourself up for some major legal issues in the future. With that said, there are some legal documents that can be more important because they're more likely to cause problems if you don't have them than others are. Now, I'm not a lawyer, so you should consult a qualified attorney about any and all of your legal questions. However, 3 legal documents that every single entrepreneur absolutely must have in place to keep his or her bases covered are an ownership agreement, worker agreements, and customer and vendor or supplier agreements. The ownership agreement may take a number of different forms, such as a shareholders agreement or a partnership agreement, depending on your business type. But you must have one if there is more than one person with any ownership rights in your business. You have to make it crystal clear in writing who owns what, who controls what, who needs to sign off on what, who has contributed what, who will be paid what, and anything else before you get up and going. This is basically the business equivalent of a prenup, and just like with a nasty divorce, if you end up in conflict with a co-founder or other co-owner later and this agreement is not in place, you will waste an immense amount of time, money, and energy working things out after the fact. Worker agreements, whether with contractors or employees, must clearly specify the duties and responsibilities, timelines, payments, and any other details related to your relationship with the people that work for you. Make sure that you're in compliance with all labor laws and that you're properly identifying employees as employees and contractors as contractors. If you need some help distinguishing between the two, you can check out my earlier video about just that. Customer and vendor or supplier agreements lay out all of the terms and conditions for the relationship between you and any organization that you purchase from or anyone who purchases from you. Depending on your business, the customer agreement may be a standardized terms of service type agreement, or it could be an actual contract signed by each new customer. Vendor or supplier agreements are likely formal and should include protections for you if the vendor fails to deliver or if there's any issue with the product that they do deliver. In any of these cases, exactly what the buyer gets, when the buyer gets it, how much it costs, what the payment terms are, what happens if something goes wrong, and any necessary protections with that should be included, as well as any other items specific to your business. If you're not sure what's needed in a contract like this, speak with a lawyer who's experienced with that type of agreement in your industry. Putting the work in to get these 3 legal agreements in place up front will turn out to be invaluable protection for your budding business later on, so don't sleep on any of them. The small extra time and money commitment will surely save you major stress later on. Now I want to hear from you. Do you have experience with one of these agreements saving you in this sticky situation, or a lack of one of these agreements biting you in the butt? What other legal agreements do you think are absolutely necessary for all entrepreneurs to have? Let me know in the comments below. Did you find this video helpful or interesting? If you liked what you heard or you think someone that you know could benefit from this discussion, please like it and share it. And don't forget, if you need help planning, launching, or growing your business, there are tons of resources for you over at CateCosta.com.
Did you find this video helpful or fun? Then share it with a friend who you think would benefit from the dish. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Facebook and subscribe to my channel on YouTube so you never miss any of the latest tips, tricks, and tutorials to help your business grow. And you get to see my adventures through the wide world of entrepreneurship and how I use the freedom running my own business gives me. Also, remember to head over to CateCosta.com so you can get in on the conversation about how to build your business to success so you can live your life your way.